Am I allowed to complain about my loss?
Sports Center with Jane Dan brought to you by McDonald's. We kick off another week of exciting sports fun. It was a very exciting Sunday in the world of sports.
Didn't leave the couch.
Dan didn't leave the couch. And why? Because you had all the NFL, which we will get to in a moment. But first, a tradition unlike any other.
That's right. It was the Masters. The Fall Masters. And I can get into this.
Yeah. I didn't hate it.
No.
I didn't hate the scheduling.
Final round of the first ever Fall Masters. Dustin Johnson entering Sunday with a 4-shot lead. This is the 5th time Johnson's held or been tied for the 54-hole lead at a major. Failed to win the previous 4 attempts.
To make a great save over
DJ
which is a hole
on 4. This for par.
Put putts like that on the practice green this morning.
No. The first of back-to-back bogeys, trimming his lead to just 1 stroke. Defending Masters champ Tiger Woods into Sunday at 5 under. Par 3, 12. Yikes. Tee shot.
Wind is dancing all over the place.
Rolls that into the water. Woods hadn't bogeyed 12 yet this week.
Tiger comes up short.
And his troubles with Rays Creek
ends up
just getting started.
So the 3rd for Tiger. That needs to stay.
Oh boy. Wow. 2 in the water for Tiger at 12.
Oh, Nick's 5th shot went straight over the green. It's a 6. Oh my goodness, after last, what is this?
Yeah, Tiger hit 3 shots into the water. Woods' 9th shot on the par 3. He misses the putt, so he tapped in for a 10. That's the first time Tiger's ever made a 10 in his career.
10.
23,789 holes, his first 10. He finished 1 under. Not a great week for pre-tournament favorite Bryson DeChambeau. Said after his 2nd round, he's dealing with dizziness this week. He did take a COVID test, came back negative. Par 5, 13th. DeChambeau nearly jars it. His approach just rolls past. Oh, hello. Inches away from double eagle. There's only been 4 albatrosses in Masters history. DeChambeau finished the tournament 200. Canadian Corey Connors set the record for lowest round by a Canadian at the Masters in his 2nd round. On 11 Sunday, Connors holds the chip shot, his 2nd birdie of the day. On 16, Connors' great tee shot, leading to another one of his 6 birdies on the day. He finished tied for 10th, picks up a check for $287,000, and he earns a spot in next year's Masters. 27-year-old Australian Cam Smith. Love this guy. Started the day 4 shots back. He always looked confused, happy, sad. Looking to become the first player in Masters history to shoot all 4 rounds in the 60s on 9. Fantastic approach from the pine straw. Just misses the bunker, rolls to within a few feet of the hole. Smith, 2 shots back at Johnson, heading to the back 9. On 13, Johnson sitting at 17 under. Just the 5th player in Masters history to reach that mark. 3 shots up on Smith. Johnson watching Smith up ahead on the green, sees him settle for par. Johnson also appears to spot some mud on his ball.
And he can tell.
So he has to play it safe. He lays up after a nice approach.
With the creek on the right.
Johnson, a birdie attempt to move to 18 under.
Maybe it'll be Tiger putting the green jacket.
Reads it perfectly. Joins Tiger and Jordan Spieth as the only players to reach that mark at the Masters of 18 under. World #1 has finished in the top 10 in his last 4 Masters, including tied for 2nd last year. Still looking for his first career green jacket on 15. You're going to 19 under. DJ, great approach.
Oh, and that is a fantastic
Sunk the putt, becoming the first player in Masters history to reach 20 under. DJ on pace to beat the all-time scoring record by 2 shots. Taking a deep breath.
And he looks
Green jacket.
rock solid.
Within reach on 18. Johnson getting a round of applause. Some patrons were allowed at this year's event.
That is 3 in a row.
No rope, so it was a very intimate atmosphere. Johnson's partner, Paulina Gretzky,
over to the 16th
with
tee.
her green jacket, as Johnson finishes off a historic Masters.
And the 2020 Masters. The long-awaited Masters has a long-awaited champion in Dustin Johnson.
And even a strange finish, because usually you let everyone else putt out, then you finish. But Johnson just said, yeah, I'll finish this. That's his brother, Austin. His caddy got emotional. Paulina out to celebrate with Johnson. Wins his first career green jacket. Johnson, the 6th player to go wire to wire to win the Masters. Heads to Butler Cabin. Has this exchange with former Masters champ Bubba Watson.
And Claude, the third.
Always dreamed of having one of those.
Exactly. And good on Bubba. Welcome to the club, said Bubba.
So yeah, dream come true for DJ. Wins it in his 10th start at Augusta. And inside Butler Cabin, you get Tiger to give you the green jacket. Oh man, after a record-setting Masters.
Congratulations, Daddy.
For DJ.
The members who are gathered here.
Wow. And he picks up just over $2 million for the win as well. Wins his first green jacket, tying the all-time low score at a major championship. DJ's worst finish at 3 majors this year was a tie for 6th at the U.S. Open. By the way, Cam Smith becomes the first player in the 84-year history of the Masters to play all 4 rounds in the 60s, and he doesn't win. Even DJ had a 70 on Friday as part of his 20-under tournament score.
It's a dream come true. It's, you know, as a kid, you know, always dreamed about, you know, being a Masters champion.
It's okay.
It's hard to talk.
You've earned this right.
I've never had this much trouble gathering myself.
It's okay.
On the golf course, I'm pretty good at it. Out here, I'm not. It's an unbelievable feeling, you know, to experience all this with my brother. You know, he's been a big help, you know, being on my bag. I love him being on the bag. You know, I wouldn't want anyone else there. You know, to share all these memories and these moments with him, it's incredible. And, you know, having Paulina there today, too, was awesome. But, you know, I had to jab him a little bit on 18 because he was tearing up, made me tear up. Like, I still got to finish this off. I can't be crying. So, but it was a lot of fun. You know, I'll remember this for the rest of my life.
So he made only 4 bogeys over 72 holes at Augusta, setting a new record. He had 2 bogey-free rounds this weekend, rounds 1 and round 3. Johnson's now finishing the top 10 in the last 5 times he's played at the Masters. Our crew that's been covering the Masters all week, led by James Duffy.
Thank you. Alongside Graham Dillette and Bob Weeks. And what a clinical performance, not just on this day, but all 4 days. Describe what we saw in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think other than maybe the first 4 or 5 holes this morning, he just, for the other 67 holes, he just did look just in complete control of his game and fully confident and drove it well, hit it well, putted well, held his emotions together well. He just pretty much did everything you need to do to win a major tournament.
I think Rory McIlroy described him earlier saying, you know, he doesn't seem to play with a lot of emotion. He may have teased us a little bit in that interview by saying he was nervous all day, but I think he avoids the big highs and the big lows emotionally. And on a day like today, when you're trying to hold it together and keep moving forward, I think that really served him well, and that's a huge asset that I don't think we give him enough credit for.
Once they were all done, though, and it was DJ's time, and for once we did have patrons around 18 because it was the media and most of the officials and family, but it was kind of, I guess it was fitting for 2020, Graham, this kind of weird ending.
It was a little bizarre. I mean, I'm not sure why he didn't mark this. I don't know if they spoke to each other, kind of him and Sanjay before he putted that, but yeah, it was like he had just won kind of a regular golf tournament. It was a little bit bizarre, but you could see the emotion from his brother there, and pretty special.
I just think it was the most bizarre finish. There was a sort of a smattering of applause, a good round of applause, and then it just kind of died as he's walking up. Usually they're yelling and screaming and people are throwing things, but not today. It's a weird finish, but it's a good finish for Dustin Johnson.
And Paulina, who was wearing black all day, fashion appropriate, switches into the green for her husband's first green jacket.
You want young quarterback matchups? Week 10 has them for you. Right, Mike Garofalo?
I mean, I've got Josh Allen and Kyler Murray on the same field after Murray and Tua were on the same field last week. And speaking of Tua, he's got Justin Herbert on the other side against him on Sunday. I mean, 4 really good quarterbacks.
Yes. So we're going to get to the Tua Herbert matchup in a little bit. We're going to start with the Josh Allen-Kyler Murray matchup. Two of just 6 players in the Super Bowl era with at least 15 passing touchdowns and 5 rushing touchdowns in their first 9 NFL games. First quarter, Allen dipping into his bag of tricks. Josh Allen, first career regular season receiving touchdowns. Buffalo up 69 over Arizona at the half. And we get more from Allen in the third quarter. Cole Beasley. Allen's 20th TD pass of the season. Third player in history to have consecutive seasons of 20 passing touchdowns and 5 rushing touchdowns. But here come the Cardinals and their star quarterback, Kyler Murray. Runs it in himself. Arizona back within 7. Then, in the final moments of the quarter, Murray, another fake, in a wide open lane into the end zone. Second of the game. 10th rushing TD this season for Kyler Murray, the former #1 overall pick. The Cardinals now up by 3. And they're still up 3 with 40 seconds to play. Ryan Eagle with the call on CBS, the Tiffany Network. How about that catch from Stephon Diggs? Amazing stuff. Buffalo up 30-26. Only 11 seconds to play. Surely the Cardinals don't have one final prayer. Shotgun. What a throw by Kyler Murray. This is just amazing. On the run, gets the Hail Mary away, 43 yards, but the catch is what everyone's talking about. Triple coverage among 3 excellent Buffalo defenders. And DeAndre Hopkins still goes up and gets that football. First go-ahead Hail Mary in the fourth quarter since 2015. Murray took to Twitter after this incredible play, and his star receiver backed him up.
Jordan Poyer came in late.
By the way, the Texans traded DeAndre Hopkins in the offseason. Seems like a huge mistake. Arizona first in the NFC West ahead of Thursday's showdown with the Seahawks. There it is. The matchup between Allen and Murray lived up to the hype. They combined for 5 total TDs, including Murray's on the ground and Allen's receiving score.
Bengals and undefeated Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger missed practice this week after being placed on the COVID-19 reserve list after his locker mate Vance McDonald tested positive in uniform for this one. First quarter, Big Ben dives head first, goes down hard on his elbow of his throwing arm. Roethlisberger in pain, tries to shake it off. He stayed in the game. Later in the quarter, Steelers driving. Roethlisberger for Deontay Johnson. 46-yard strike. Pittsburgh in Bengals territory. 2 plays later, Roethlisberger right back to Johnson at the goal line. Roethlisberger's 19th touchdown. So 4 interceptions, the 6th best ratio in the NFL. Steelers up 12-0. Yes, fans in attendance. They allowed 5,909 into this one. Second quarter, Big Ben, who's already dealing with knee injuries, has a body come down the side of his leg, immediately grabs his right knee. Once again, remain in the game. Same drive. Roethlisberger to Juju Smith-Schuster. Big Ben takes another hard hit. Steelers up 22-7 at the half, third quarter. Roethlisberger connects with Canadian Chase Claypool, who I'm now calling Claymation. That's my nickname I've given him. That's his 6th touchdown of the season. Fourth quarter, Big Ben and Claymation. Claypool's 2nd multi-touchdown game of the year. Big Ben throws for 4 touchdowns. Steelers remain perfect. They are 9-0.
Well, we saw what Arizona did on Sunday. What about the Seahawks and Rams in Arizona's division, the NFC West? And Russell Wilson, he's thrown 5 picks in 3 games since Seattle's bye. And here, another pick against the Rams, thrown across his body, Darius Williams. With the interception in the end zone. Wilson, 9 picks in 9 games this year. Seattle, though, yet to lose back-to-back outings this season. It's hard to say yet to lose. Did Aaron Donald get to Russell there? He did, but Wilson able to get it away to DJ Dallas. DJ Dallas picks up a first down. Incredible play from Wilson. Led only to a field goal, though. Fourth quarter now a 2-score deficit, and that low snap is a fumble charged to Russell. Bit of bad luck there. Next Seattle possession, Russell picked off by Williams again. Seattle loses again. Ahead of their Thursday nighter with Arizona.
Ravens and Patriots were in the Sunday nighter at 3-5. Pats in danger of missing the playoffs for the first time in 12 years. It was horrible at Foxborough. Windy, rainy. Second quarter, Pats down 3. Cam Newton to Jacoby Myers. Pass to Rex Burkhead is perfect. Myers, who played quarterback in high school, makes his first NFL pass. A 24-yard score. Pats miss the extra point. You know, Lamar Jackson has never thrown a pick in 5 primetime games. End of the half. Lamar. Ooh, look at that rain. Lamar to J.C. Jackson. He does not play on his team. Lamar's 5th interception of the year. J.C.'s 6th. He's undrafted. It's his 6th interception. Ravens down 6 after 3. Fourth quarter. Rain was a factor. Mark Andrews can't squeeze it. Andrews with his 4th drop of the season. Blame it on the rain. Milli Vanilli. That's what they did. Same drive. Snap gets away. Jackson able to fall on it. Takes a hard hit. Ravens punted. They got the ball back late with the rain pounding. They're down 6. You aren't gonna, look at this. Ends with a drop. As the Patriots pick up their 4th win of the season. After breaking his all-time wins record earlier in the season, Lewis Hamilton now looks to tie Michael Schumacher for most F1 world titles. Highlights next.
Hey, you're watching Jay and Dan, brought to you by McDonald's here on TSN. Hope you're having a great week and hope your weekend was good as well. Bucks and Panthers. Yeah, Bucks lost 38-3 to the Saints last Sunday. You knew they were going to come out strong. Tom Brady to Cameron Brate, one of his tight ends, 5-yard score. It's a 7-7 football game. Bucks and Panthers. Brady 7-1 all-time following a loss of more than 20 points. It was 17-all at the half, third quarter. Bucks deep in their own territory, and I mean deep. Brady hands off to Ronald Jones Jr. And what happens here? He's going 98 yards. Will he be caught? No, he'll high-step his way into the end zone. Career-high 192 yards for Jones Jr. as Brady and the Bucks bounce back big time.
Jags and Packers. Green Bay only had 51 yards of offense in the first quarter, down 3-0. First play, second quarter. It's our good friend Chris Myers on the call for Fox. 78 yards for the major. The ref just bowled over on the play. Led to the longest play from scrimmage for the Packers this season. Green Bay forced to punt on the next possession. Keelan Cole back for the return. Wide open lane, and he gone. Freezes the punter, J.K. Scott. Nice move. 91 yards. A Jags franchise record for a punt return. Yes, the Jags up 10-7. What is going on next series? Rodgers, quick pass to Tyler Irvin. What we're going to show you here is Miles Jack pushed off of Irvin and hits the ground hard. A world-class flop is what we're showing you there by the 244-pound linebacker. Same drive, Green Bay at the 5. Rodgers fakes the handoff and, yeah, takes it in. Does a half-hearted Lambeau leap. Third quarter, Jags up 3. Yeah, Jags still leading. Rodgers, play action. Look at the time he has here.
Rodgers has it. What a fake.
It's time to write a book. He finds Devontae Adams, climbs the ladder, reels in his 9th touchdown of the year, second most among receivers. Packers survive the scare, and they do beat the 1-win Jags.
All right, prior to the Niners-Saints game, Drew Brees warming up with lots of padding around his side. What's going on here? Big win over the Bucs last week. Sacked hard here by Kentavious Street. Street given a roughing the passer penalty. Brees would miss a snap, and then 2 plays later he's back in. And he pitches it to Alvin Kamara. He leaps into the end zone. Brees, a Okay, looks all right. Next drive, Breeze drops the snap, picks it up, finds Kamara again, waltzes in. He doesn't even waltz in, he just steps over the line. But before the third quarter, Breeze talking to Sean Payton, pointing to his ribs. Team are calling it a rib injury, which makes sense because he pointed to his ribs. New Orleans still had Kamara. The handoff from Jameis Winston. Yes, Jameis Winston. Fourth career game with 3 touchdowns for Kamara. Saints win their 6th straight.
I think I've mentioned this before. If you built a Mount Rushmore of current athletes recognized around the world, you'd have LeBron, Ronaldo, Messi, and Lewis Hamilton. Yes, the most dominant F1 driver would be there. And this season only solidified his place on this fictional mountain as he had a chance to clinch his record-tying 7th world title. 4-time champion rival Sebastian Vettel congratulated Hamilton on making history. The Brit is over 30 seconds ahead, the second-place finisher. Just getting started?
He still hasn't signed on with Mercedes for next year.
You know who, if you could put 5 on the mountain, I'd add Tiger Woods to that mountain.
We should welcome back producer Tim, who's off on vacation for 2 solid weeks of just fun in the sun. So welcome back, producer Tim.
He was definitely watching the Masters.
Oh, yeah. And we should mention Graham Dillette is going to be on our podcast this week, the Jay and Dan podcast. That'll be out Tuesday at 2 in the morning.
Yes.
Eastern time. Now, we have to take a minute to commend our friend James Duthie, who did do a great job this week covering the Masters at Augusta. And he roamed the course each day to get the very best story, as you'll see in our latest spin-off segment, Duthie Lurkers.
To win majors, the solo major he won was at Oakmont.
And that's why Dustin Johnson won the green jacket. This has been Duthie Lurkers.
DJ, James Duthie.
We've been around the game a long time.
Great work, guys. Georgia looks nice in November.
Have a good bus ride home.
Yeah. Still to come, Alex Smith makes his first NFL start in 728 days. Find out how he did against the Lions. Those highlights are next. Brought to you by McDelivery. Kyler Murray definitely delivered against the Bills. Sorry, Bills fans. Over 300 total yards of offense, including 2 rushing touchdowns, and capped it with the Hail Mary to DeAndre Hopkins. Steals the win from Buffalo. Cards improved to 6-3. Chargers and Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa, 3 touchdowns and no interceptions so far in his young career. First quarter, 7-0 Fins. Tua hooks up with Jakeem Grant for a 3-yard touchdown. Tagovailoa's 4th touchdown pass of the season extends Miami's lead. Second quarter, on 3rd and 10, Tua fumbles the snap, stays calm, and finds Devontae Parker. The league's only left-handed quarterback allows him to turn a sure minus play into a first down. Same drive, Miami back in the red zone. Snap is fumbled again, this time recovered by the Chargers. Get a big return from Nick Vigil. Tagovailoa is the one who brings him down. Tua, no chance on the snap. Chargers with some life. Got on the board with a 1-yard Justin Herbert rushing touchdown. Tua and Herbert, born 8 days apart in 1998, drafted back-to-back in 2020. 17-7 Miami in the half. LA, 98 first half yards, their lowest this season. Herbert, 11-play drive capped off by a touchdown to Hunter Henry. Fourth quarter, 2014 Miami. LA, chance to take the lead. Herbert's throw, intercepted. Xavier Howard gives the Fins the ball with great field position. A few plays later, Dolphins in the red zone. Tua sells the fake to perfection and finds a wide-open Durham Smythe. Second passing touchdown of the day. Fins move to 6-3. They've won 5 straight, and they're a perfect 3-0 with Tua as their starter.
He suffered a compound fracture in his right leg in November of 2018. After initial surgery, a bacterial infection nearly cost him his leg. He underwent 16 more surgeries and 2 years of rehab. But Sunday, for the first time in 728 days, Alex Smith started a National Football League game against the Lions. 36 years old, taking over from Kyle Allen, who suffered a season-ending ankle injury in last week's loss to the Giants. Third quarter, Washington down by 21. They're going for it on 4th and 13. Riverboat run. Classic riverboat run. It pays off. Smith finds Logan Thomas for the first down. They punch it in on the next play.
He makes the catch.
Now we're jumping to the fourth quarter. It's a one-possession game. Smith has led them downfield. Antonio Gibson is going to punch it in for his second TD of the day. We are tied. Detroit would retake the lead on a field goal. And here goes Smith. 3rd and long, 54 seconds to go. Hey, going for a dart to Cam Sims. Smith, a career-high 390 passing yards in his first start in nearly 2 years. Washington makes a field goal. They tie it again. 12 seconds left. Matthew Stafford
with time
for the Hail Mary victory. Oh!
Overthrows him.
Chase Young, though, called for roughing the passer. So that 15-yard penalty moves the Lions into Matt Prater's field goal range, which is apparently 60 yards because he hits a 59-yarder easily to win this one for the Detroit Lions. Smith's late charge comes up short. Lions' first home win of the season.
ESPN reporting the Lakers about to acquire Dennis Schroeder from the Thunder in a deal that would include LA's 28th overall draft pick, and you can see the 2020 NBA draft. Wednesday, T-Wolves, first overall pick. Raptors going to select 29th. Coverage begins 7:30 to 4:30 Pacific.
Schroeder from Deutschland to La La Land. It's Jenny time. Nick Mullins to Jordan Reed. One-handed catch with his left hand. Watch it again here. This is a much better angle. This is incredible. What? What?
Tiger on 12 out of the bunker into the drink. Now, the old Tiger would have been pretty miffed about all this.
Full of rage.
Yeah, he's fine. Even though he shot a 10 on the hole.
I don't think he was thrilled, but you're right, though. He definitely was more calm about it than I thought he might be.
Here's my guy, Cam.
Cameron Smith of Australia. From the pine straw, the approach. This, just an incredible shot. Gets the roll. It's coming back, baby. What was he, 15 under?
Yep.
As Bob Weeks said, most years, he's your Masters winner.
Edmonton Oilers 2020 first-round pick Dylan Holloway, playing for Wisconsin, gets the puck at center. Scores! Against Notre Dame.
He's from Bragg Creek, Alberta. Bragg Creek, Alberta. Bills Cardinals. Isaiah McKenzie takes the handoff, tosses it back to Josh Allen. Josh Allen. This is the Buffalo, they call this play. The Buffalo. Hey, Josh Allen played a heck of a game. Unfortunately, it was a loss.
Jags and Packers. Green Bay punts it to Keelan Cole, and he's gone quicker than Rat Stew at a hillbilly win. 91 yards. Look at the move on the punter. Yeah. The punter was just pretending he was the Tiger.
Always is. Colin Morikawa on 11 at Augusta. That didn't go well. Yikes. That's a healthy divot.
Looked like he was going to catch it. Panthers and Bucks. Ronald Jones goes 98 yards. Gone quicker than Porcupine Pie at a hillbilly wedding.
Yeah, everyone thought you were going to say O'Toole wedding, but that's your free bar line. That's your line about free drinks.
He's into the drink quicker than an O'Toole at a free bar wedding.
Right. Aren't all weddings free bar weddings now?
Mine wasn't.
It's the worst play of the day. Back to Lambeau. Jags linebacker Miles Jack stops Tyler Urban, won't get off him. Packers O-lineman David Bakhtiari tries to help his teammate. Check out the flopping by Jack. That's impressive flopping.
If you're a Bills fan, this is the worst play of the day. But if you're a Cards fan, it's the highlight of the night. Kyler Murray scrambles and heaves.
Heaves it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught.
Yikes.
It is caught.
But hooray if you're a Cards fan.
And that had to be the highlight of the night. This edition, first let's do Movember. Yes, Movember, for the entire month we're going mustaches to raise funds and awareness for men's health. And right there's the link to donate. We'll be getting tons of donations. Thank you so much, everybody who has donated. We're going to start with Dan for this Movember update. And whoa, is this thing ever coming in nicely. That's what happens when you started a week early.
Hey!
Wait a minute, what's this up here? You got a little cut or something. Yeah,
I do?
Cut.
Where?
On this side. Yeah, right there.
Oh, I don't feel like
it. We'll have to get you some lotion, some ointment. I love the word ointment.
Okay, no trimming?
Haven't trimmed yet.
I think you're going to have to trim because you're getting in your mouth.
I'm getting in my mouth. This edition of our You Blew It segment is brought to you by our good friend, Francesco Pietropalo. Now, Francesco says we didn't mess anything up.
We wondered about the Vikings logo.
Right.
He's called the Norseman.
Right, and the mascot is?
Victor Viking.
Victor the Viking. I did say the Eagles were 3-7-1, they're 3-5-1. Because if they were 3-7-1, that's 11 games. We've only played 10 weeks. I blew it. I don't know if you should be eating sushi after a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's been in the fridge.